Hey everyone, how y'all doing today? Lumpy here. And I was wandering through Walmart the other day and I happened to find another one of these cubes. I don't know how I find them, but I got another one. It has 2 booster packs, a deck, and this awesome storage cube. We got Journey into NYX on that side and Oath of the Gatewatch on that side. And there should be a deck either from a dual decks somewhere down the line, or I don't know what other kind of decks they would put in there, but it's probably a dual decks. Maybe a Planeswalker deck, who knows. Anyway, let's bust into this sucker and see what we got. Man, I like that case. These cases are so cool. Anyway. There it is. There's the deck. And we have a Plagued Rusalka. Rusalka. Plagued Rusalka. A spirit. Uncommon. A 1/1 for 1 on the outside. Anybody know what deck that's from, or what that, I don't know if y'all can see that symbol, but what symbol that's from, what set that symbol's from. Anyway, Oath of the Gatewatch and Journey into NYX. Alrighty, get that out of the way. Let's bust into the deck first and see what we got. Alright, we have the Plagued Rusalka. Elves of Deep Shadow, a 1/1 for 1. Add swamp to your mana pool. Elves of the Deep Shadow deals 1 damage to you. Not good. 2 of them. A Golgari Thug. Ooh, this might be the Izzet versus Golgari deck. Dual decks. Maybe it's the Golgari deck. I don't know, I'm going to have to look into it, and it'll probably be in the title what deck this is. Anyway, when Golgari Thug dies, put target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library and has Dredge 4. If you would draw a card, instead you may put exactly 4 cards from the top of your library into your graveyard. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand, otherwise draw a card. It's a 1/1 for 2. Ooh, Ravenous Rats. When Ravenous Rats enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card. It's a 1/1 for 2. Reassembling Skeleton. A 1/1 for 2. Return Reassembling Skeleton from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped for 1 in a swamp. Oh, that's an uncommon. Golgari Thug was an uncommon. Boneyard Worm. Boneyard Worm's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. For 2. That's pretty cool. Cordoza Guildmage. I think that card is worth something. I've seen that somewhere. That reminds me of a card that, I don't know. Anybody have any idea? Let me know down in the comments. Cordoza Guildmage. Anyway, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains Intimidate until end of turn. Or sacrifice a non-token creature, put X 1/1 green sapperling creature tokens onto the battlefield where X is the sacrificed creature's toughness. That's not bad for 2. A swamp and a forest, you get a 2/2. And you get some, yeah, I think that card's worth something. Putrid Leech. A putrid stinking leech. You get a 2/2 for 2. Pay 2 life. Putrid leech gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. A stinkweed imp. They got some funny names, man. Stinkweed imp has flying. When stinkweed imp deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature. Why not just call it Death Touch? Dredge 5. If you draw a card instead, dredge 5 cards. Blah, blah, blah. Cost 2 in a swamp. You get a 1/2. Eternal Witness. That card, man, I'm thinking this is a good deck. I think that one's like $5. Anyway, Eternal Witness for 3, 1 and 2 forests. Eternal Witness enters the battlefield. You may return target card from your graveyard to your hand. It's a 2/1. Dredge Mangler. Dreg Mangler. Has haste and scavenge. For 3, a swamp and a forest. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to this card's power on target creature. Cool. Shambling Shell. Sacrifice Shambling Shell, put a 1/1 counter on target creature and has dredge 3. For 3, you get a 3/1. Brainweevil has Intimidate. Sacrifice Brainweevil, target player discards 2 cards. Activate this ability only when you can cast a sorcery. It costs 4 and it's a 1/1. A Greater Moss Dog has dredge 3. Man's Best Fungus. It's a 3/3 for 4. Golgari Grave Troll. That is a rare, and that reminds me of something expensive too. There's a couple more dollars. Golgari Grave Troll. Let me know down in the comments if you would. 5. Cost 5 to cast. A Skeleton Troll. Golgari Grave Troll enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature in your graveyard. For 1, remove a +1/+1 counter from Golgari Grave Troll and regenerate Golgari Grave Troll. Has dredge 6. Yeah, man. Sadistic Hypnotist. This, I don't know, this deck seems like a really good deck, and it seems like it's pretty expensive to me. I think I got a good deal here. I think it was $20 and change, 20-something bucks. But we got a human minion. Sacrifice creature. Target player discards 2 cards. Activate this ability only time you can cast sorcery. You get a 2/2 for 5. 3 and 2 swamps. Sadistic Hypnotist. Golgari Rotworm. For 3, a swamp and a forest. So sacrifice a creature. Target player loses 1 life. Another Rotworm. Glean Crawler. An Insect Horror, a rare, has Trample. At the beginning of your end step, return to your hand all creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Wow. Yeah. I think this is a good deck. I might swap out a couple of cards and use this when I play at work. Yeah, this seems like a very good deck. Doomgape. A 10/10 with Trample. 4 and 3 forest or swamps. Another rare. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Man. Golgari Signet. It costs 2. For 1 and tap, add swamp and forest to your mana pool. Ghoul's Feast. For 2, target creature gets +X+0 until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Yoke of the Damned. Enchant creature. When a creature dies, destroy enchanted creature. It costs 2. Life from the Loam. That's like a $15 card. I'm guessing. I've seen this before. Wow. Return up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard to your hand. And dredge 3. If you would draw a card, instead you may put 3 cards from the top of your library into your graveyard. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Otherwise, draw a card. It costs 2, and you return 3 target land cards from your graveyard to your hand. I think this card is worth something. Please let me know down in the comments. Wow. I definitely think I got a good deal here. Golgari Germination. I'm really thinking this is the Golgari deck. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put a 1/1 green sapperling creature token on the battlefield for 3. That's an uncommon. Here's another uncommon. Putrefy. Destroy target artifact or creature. It can't be regenerated for 3. Another Putrefy uncommon. Feast or Famine. An instant. Choose one. Put a 2/2 black zombie creature token on the battlefield, or destroy target non-artifact, non-black creature, and it can't be regenerated for 4. Nightmare Void for 4. You have a sorcery that target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a card from it. That player discards that card and has dredge 2. That's an uncommon. Another uncommon. Vigor Mortis. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. If Forest was spent to cast Vigor Mortis, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. It costs 2 and 2 swamps. Another uncommon with awesome artwork. Grim Flowering. Draw a card for each creature card in your graveyard for 6. Another uncommon. Ooh, a rare. Twilight's Call. If you may cast Twilight's Call anytime you could cast an instant if you pay 2 more to cast it. So it costs 6 already. So if you pay 8, you can use it with flash. Each player returns all creature cards from his or her graveyard to the battlefield. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Life and Death. All lands you control become 1/1 creatures until end of turn. They're still lands. That costs 1 forest, and death is 1 in a swamp. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You lose life equal to its converted mana cost. Still, they're uncommons. Very cool. I think we're down to our lands. Barren Moor. Enters the battlefield tapped. Dakmore Salvage. I think these cards are worth something, man. Golgari Rot Farm. I'm pretty sure that is worth $1 or 2. Enters the battlefield tapped. I think each of these are worth something. Dakmore Salvage. That might be worth a couple bucks. Svathgos, the Reckless Tomb. For 3, a swamp and a forest until end of turn. Svathgos, the Reckless Tomb, becomes a black and green plant zombie creature. With this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. It's still a land. Tranquil Thicket. And a bunch of swamps. Really cool swamps at that. Beautiful swamps. Oh, we're into forests. I'm still calling them swamps. Swamps, forests, and a sapperling creature token. Anyway, if y'all know anything about this deck, please let me know down in the comments. I think it's a pretty good deal right there I got. Anyway, let's bust into Journey into Nyx. Journey into NYX. Our Cyclops creature. And I'm just gonna get to the uncommons. Here we go. Sprite Emojis. Spider Mogies deals damage to target creature equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard for 1. Not bad. Underworld Coinsmith has Constellation. When Underworld Coinsmith or another enchantment enters the battlefield you control, under your control, you gain 1 life. For a plains in a swamp, pay 1 life. Each opponent loses 1 life. It costs a plains in a swamp, and you get a 2/2 for a plains in a swamp. Ooh, there's our Cyclops from the front of the pack. Cyclops of Eternal Fury. For 6, you get a 5/3. Creatures you control have haste. Bam. There he is, the pack art Cyclops. Yeah, man. And, ooh, Planeswalker Ajani. Wow, ding, 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 ding. We have a Planeswalker. Awesome, dawsome. Wow, I think this was an awesome pack. I think I made my money back. $20-some, definitely made back. I don't know what a Johnny's worth, $5-7, something like that. Let me know down in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Wow, didn't expect that. Oh, and a foil, Faraka's Chosen. Snake has Death Touch. Any amount of damage deal, you know what Death Touch is. It's a 1/1 for 1. But that's our foil. An island and gold. We've got gold. Wow. I am just blown away. I think we hit the jackpot on this cube. I am very impressed so far. Bear with me for a second. Alright, we're going to Oath of the Gatewatch. It's got a split in the bottom of the pack, so we're just going to try to open it right there. Alright. Our first uncommon, Relief Captain. When Relief Captain enters the battlefield, support 3, put a 1/1 counter on up to 3 other target creatures. It's a 3/2 for 4. 2 and 2 planes. Essence Depleter. An Eldrazi drone. It's devoid, has no color. For basically 2. 1 and a colorless. Target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. It's a 2/3 for 3. 2 in a swamp. And Bonds of Mortality. An enchantment. When Bonds of Mortality enters the battlefield, draw a card for 2. For a forest, creatures your opponent control loses hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Holy crap, that could do damage to one of my decks. And our rare, maybe we got another Planeswalker. Keep our fingers crossed. Give us a thumbs up, man. Thumbs up. Nope. But it's Bearer of Silence in Eldrazi. He's devoid. When you cast Bearer of Silence, you may pay 1 in colorless. If you do, target opponent sacrifices a creature. He has flying. A 2/1 for 2. Bearer of Silence. Awesome artwork, as always, on the Eldrazi's. A full art forest. And an Eldrazi Scion. Yeah, man, I really think we hit the jackpot on this one. Awesome cards. We got our Planeswalker. Yeah, man. Like, subscribe, share. Try anything once, twice if you like it. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to start looking up some prices. Lumpy out.